Well, that was embarrassing. Welcome to another exciting edition of GoPackGo All Day, and I'm your host, Vinny B. So the Green Bay Packers go up against the Chicago Bears in Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Packers lose to the Bears 24-22. It was a really tough game to watch as a Green Bay Packers fan. And just so you know, I think the Packers pretty much beat themselves up most of the game. There was opportunity after opportunity to win this game, but they didn't win. So credit to the Bears here for winning against the Green Bay Packers. They won their Super Bowl against the Packers. So in the very beginning of the game, the Packers got confused, okay? The Bears punt return man, Josh Blackwell, took the ball all the way down the field for a touchdown, 94 yards on the punt return. And the Packers were completely fooled by the decoy. DJ Moore pretended like he caught the ball, so half the defense or half the Packers special teams went to him but didn't go to the guy who actually caught the ball. And it completely fooled the Packers. So in all honesty though, that's good that this happened so the Packers can learn from this mistake and not have it happen in the playoffs. So then at one point of the game, Jaden Reed got the ball. He ran the ball. He was running the ball, and then out of nowhere, the Bears popped the ball out of his hands. And it was a fumble. That was really tough to watch. But in the first quarter, the Packers respond eventually with a Brandon McManus field goal. So it was 7-3 at this point. By the second quarter, things were looking okay. 7-3, not too bad. You can come back from that. But then, that's when that fumble happened. So when that fumble happened, the Packers gave the ball to the Bears, and the Bears only needed 30 yards to get another touchdown. So DeAndre Swift runs the ball in for a touchdown. The Bears are up 14-3. Then the Packers respond with a Josh Jacobs running touchdown. And then eventually, because Christian Watson got hurt, he banged up his knee. He didn't get hit by anybody. He just collapsed to the ground. I guess his footwork were kind of lodged into the field or something. And then also Jordan Love banged up his elbow. So you have two of your top guys hurt. So the Packers decide not to have Josh Jacobs play for the rest of the game, which was fine by me. They had the running game working pretty decently. You bring in Malik Willis, who did pretty good. And then you get another field goal by the Packers. So the Packers are only down by 1 point. It's 14-13 at the half. Things are looking okay. Jordan Love never came back in the game, which was okay by me. You got to save him for the playoffs. You got to save Josh Jacobs for the playoffs because the playoffs start next week. And so the Packers give up another touchdown. DJ Moore gets a touchdown. It's 21-13. Things are looking tough here, but then the Packers turn around and get a touchdown of their own. The Packers get the 2-point conversion, so they're only down by 2 at this point. Also, the previous touchdown by DJ Moore, when they got the touchdown, the Bears originally went for the 2-point conversion. And then the Zebras all huddle up and they throw a flag because the Bears didn't get the 2-point conversion. They called holding on the Packers, and they didn't replay the holding. I was completely confused as to where was the holding because they didn't show it. They basically bailed out the Bears here because the Bears turned around and got the extra point instead. So it could have been 20-13, but instead it was 21-13. And then the Packers scored again, 21-19 after Emmanuel Wilson running touchdown. Then the Packers get a long field goal. Okay, they were bringing the ball down the field. They kind of sort of had to go for the field goal because they were at 4th down. It was like 4th and something. 55-yarder field goal by McManus. He lands it. It's like, yes, he made it. But then there's only 54 seconds left in the game. The Bears had one timeout. However, the Bears played very smartly on offense and kept bringing the ball down the field. I was hoping and praying that the Packers could block another field goal of Cairo Santos, but he did not. He landed it, and then the Packers lost to the Bears. So my honest opinion here, give a lot of credit to the Bears here. They put a lot of fight into it. This was their Super Bowl. They wanted to win a game. They went a long time with losing games, but at the same time, the Packers did not play their starters most of the game. They pulled out a lot of their starters towards the end of the game, which was fine, whatever. Because in all honesty, if the Packers won this game, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. The Commanders, aka the Redskins, they won their game. So because the Redskins won their game, this game did not matter at all in terms of seed. But the Packers, of course, they need to clean up some things further. It was a very cold game. It was 22 degrees in Lambeau. So now the Packers, whether they won this game or not, they had to pack their bags anyway in the playoffs. So they are the 7th seed. They're going to go on the road out to Philadelphia, and take on Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles in a wild card matchup. What day will this game be played? I have no idea. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, it could be Monday. Okay? And I looked up the temperature. The temperature is about 37 to 32 as the high and about 22 degrees as the low. So we'll see what happens here. I think the Packers, I wouldn't count them out. I think they can stop Saquon Barkley and the Eagles, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Packers. I think that the top team of the NFC right here, right now, is the Minnesota Vikings. But we'll see what happens tonight with the Vikings and the Detroit Lions game. Anything can happen here, we'll see. I think that the Vikings are honestly the better team between the Vikings and the Lions. But playoffs are here. It's going to be a new season. So hopefully the Packers can clean things up, handle their business, win the first game, and we'll see from there what happens after that. They got to focus on the Eagles here, planning everything out, make smart decisions. Who knows how long Watson will be out? I mean, that injury looked pretty serious in the game. He got carted off the field. I guess he went to the hospital. Christian Watson is a deep threat. That's pretty good. But a positive note here, the receivers were catching the football for the most part. Malik Heath was catching the football. I don't even know if Dobbs was playing in this game or not. It didn't seem like he was playing in this game. Was he playing in this game? Not sure. Malik Willis looked pretty good throwing that football. I tell you, he looked pretty good. He had a couple mistakes here and there, but for the most part, he was throwing that football right where it needed to be. I think the Packers, if they have a well planned out plan against the Eagles, then they can beat the Eagles. And that's all I got to say. Hit that like and subscribe button. And GoPackGo all day. One last thing. Huge credit to Xavier McKinney with another interception in this game. Well, he did it in this game, but he's got like 8 interceptions for the regular season. Should be interesting to see what he can do in the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.